one or two properties in the Cooper Balls family. Would you be prepared personally to house some Syrian refugees?
If that's what it took and if that was what was needed, then of course I think lots of people would be. I think you've got a lot of people across the country coming forward saying now, do you know what, we want to help. And I think it's been a huge tribute to people's compassion across the country that we've seen such a big change. That is what has changed the government's mind.
We've all got to do our bit to offer sanctuary as well, because that's what Europe and European countries have always done.
Have you offered sanctuary? Have you taken your refugee in yet?
Well, I think we should be offering sanctuary.
But have you
Britain.
taken yours yet?
Yeah, but I don't think this isn't about, because actually the people we've said from the start, look, if people need homes, then we should be offering them.
Have you taken yours yet?
If you listen to what the government said, they said no, they don't want people to take people into their homes. What they want is to be able to provide housing for some of the small number of Syrian refugees that have come over. Where I do think you will need help and homes provided.
Have you taken yours yet?
No, and that's what I've said, because the government has said.
Well, because you haven't taken yours because the government has said.
Yeah, the government said that's not what they're looking for.
Oh,
that's not what they're looking for, because what they're looking for is proper housing for people. And, you know, I think that's right. People should have the dignity of their own homes. Where I think there is a difference,
because David Cameron says not to do it, you're not doing it.
Yeah, but the government, look, you've got to provide people with proper support when they come, haven't they?
Sure.
Haven't you? And what's the proper support that people need? And they need, you know, if they're a family, they'll need a housing of their own.
Right.
If they're a child, they'll need proper fostering support. And if you want to be a fosterer, you've got to go through proper training and proper support through the local council.
Right.
You can't just be any family.
A room available now.
So look, we've said if that's what the government say is needed and that's what people think is needed, then of course. But at the moment, the government is saying that is not what you need to provide sanctuary. But you know the bigger problem at the moment? We're actually not providing the sanctuary at all. We've got just 4,000 Syrian refugees coming here a year. Well, there's 4,000 people arriving a day in Greece, and you've got child refugees who are, you know, alone in Europe. 10,000 of them disappeared.
Well, can one of those have your room?
Well, then you've got to have fostering, haven't you? You've got to have proper fosterers. And I'll be honest, Nick, I've not had the proper support through local councils to be a fosterer, and I think you can't. That's not something you can play games with. You've got to have proper fostering support.